11 out of 10. So good. Today I want to show you how to cook chicken from frozen. Yes, from frozen, and you can do it. Most people have an air fryer. It's the perfect vessel to get juicy chicken, even from frozen. So I'm coating one side just with a little avocado oil spray. I would make sure that they're kind of consistent size so they all cook relatively the same. And coat and season the other side. So this blend is just salt, pepper, garlic, a little onion powder, and a little paprika for color. Now, yes, it is safe to cook chicken from frozen. You just want to make sure, like with any of your cooking, that it gets to the right internal temperature. This will need about 20 minutes total, but I want 10 minutes and then I want to flip it. So if you don't have an air fryer, Instant Pots are also great for cooking chicken from frozen. Or if you have the time, you can use a slow cooker to cook from frozen too. You can do this with wings, thighs, drumsticks. You'll just adjust the time you cook it and then make sure you get to the right internal temperature. So we're gonna give these a flip. Let this go for 8 more minutes. And then if I need the extra 2 minutes, I'm gonna let it go again. If you're ever in doubt, use your food thermometer. You need an internal temperature for a chicken breast at 165. Temperature is gonna be more important than time. Now you wanna rest at least 5 minutes. I even do up to 10 minutes. That just means all those juices will redistribute. Still juicy, really soft and tender, not overcooked and dry in the center. Now that's some good chicken. This is the fastest, best, easiest way to reheat leftover pizza. Now there are so many tips and techniques out there of how to reheat pizza, but hands down, if you have an air fryer, you have the best way you can do this. I'm gonna tuck in 2 slices, easy as can be. In you go. 375, about 3 minutes. And what's great about this is I don't even bother with the preheat. While that's doing its thing, let's do a comparison in the microwave. I recommend adding a little bit of moisture. Now you can add a mug of water or get a damp paper towel, drape that over the top, and then do 30-second bursts. Now the moisture from the paper towel helped keep that crust soft instead of like really dry. Now in the microwave, you're not gonna get crispiness. It's basically just going to be warmed through and fluffy. Got the microwave slice, not the best. As far as reheated pizza goes, maybe a 6 out of 10. I hear some sizzle, some crispification. Carefully remove your slices. Now, I can already tell this pizza not as floppy. There's some crisp on the crust. Those pepperoni cups are nice and shiny and warm. 11 out of 10. So good. It's very good. Just use your air fryer. Delicious, easy, super quick. Don't even have to worry about the preheat. Even a toaster oven, they're great, but air fryer is gonna be quick, simple, perfect. You hear that crunch? If you're like me, you definitely put your air fryer to work, and that can result in grease and buildup in your basket. Here's the right way to clean your air fryer. Once that basket has cooled, I like to remove the grate inside. For any grease or food bits, let's wipe that out. It shouldn't go down the drain. Ooh, crispy remnants. There's a lot of gross caked on stuff. Let's let this soak. Just hot soapy water, I like power wash. If your tap water doesn't get hot enough, I boil some in a kettle. 30 minutes to an hour should loosen things up. You may have heard the trick where you put all this inside and turn it on. This can be messy and lead to accidents. Water and electronics, not good friends. Check your model. Oftentimes the basket and the grates can be dishwasher safe. If you have a lot of built-on grease, try a power paste of hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. Drain that. Always use a non-abrasive sponge. We don't want to scratch that surface. Most of the time, a gentle wash is all you need after every use. To use our power paste on those tough jobs. Just apply that paste all around and let it sit for about an hour. Don't forget the back, that's where a lot of buildup happens. Baking soda is a gentle enough abrasive, and that hydrogen peroxide helps cut through grease. This thing looks brand new. Fit to fry another day. Skip the stove and hard boil in your air fryer. Really simple, it's just 275 for 10 to 12 minutes. No fancy devices required, just lay them in there. Just make sure they're spread out. 10 minutes for runny and 12 minutes for soft yolk. And there is no need to worry about flipping or rotating them, just let them cook. Batch 1. An ice bath will immediately stop the eggs from cooking, and it'll also help the whites pull away from the shell, making it easier to peel. And we're gonna cook through the rest of these with our remaining time. And you're just gonna let these chill for just a few minutes. Batch 2, same thing here. Even if you want a well-done yolk, just to make sure they're not overcooked, pull them immediately, get them in that ice bath. Let's crack into a 10-minute egg. Now you wanna carefully get underneath that membrane. That's what keeps the shell stuck to the egg. Now here's our 10-minute beauty. Nice, jammy, runny. This is perfect. That's exactly how I like my yolks. So usually I crack the wider side first because it has that little air pocket in there. And that's where you can more easily get underneath that membrane. You can use that same water just to rinse it off a little bit. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is an ideal hard-boiled egg, whether you're using an air fryer or boiling. A little salt, crack of pepper. Gotta give it a taste test. Rich, creamy yolk. Nice, super tender white. Like, it really does do the best job of cooking an egg. He's so fixated on it. Dogs can have bone broth too, and all you need to do is just make a few adjustments to the classic recipe. I'm starting off with just some marrow bones that I found at the grocery store. You can do a combination of bones. You'll just wanna roast them first. I like to take a little shortcut with the air fryer. Just go ahead and do it on 400 for about 15, maybe 20 minutes if you have larger bones. Now, just adding some aromatics like carrots, celery, throwing that in there. A little bit of parsley. We've just omitted onion and garlic. No salt, no spices, just adding some good quality filtered water, just enough to cover everything. Now, a little apple cider vinegar. I just do a couple glugs. Just set this 8 to 10 hours. You can even go up to 24 hours. Now, this is well worth the wait. Just wanna get all these solids out of there. I have a colander just with a bowl underneath. All the liquid is gold, so you wanna capture as much as you can. Strain everything. Now we're just left with the liquid gold. I like to package this up in containers. You can do a large bowl, whatever works for you. Let this cool down a little bit, and once it's cool to the touch, you can throw it in the refrigerator. A fat layer will solidify on top. You can discard that, and you can put it in the freezer. It'll last for several months in the freezer. A mold or an ice cube tray is a great way to portion your bone broth too. Once they're frozen, just pop them out, and you have your portion you need that you want to give to your pet when it's time for them to eat or as a little treat. Yummy. Peanut butter bone broth. We got a happy customer. Lots of stuff is coming out of there. Many air fryers like this, the top is usually neglected. So just have some hot water, some power wash. Make sure you're not getting a lot of excess water and liquid. The thing with air fryers, many of them you can clean upside down. Check your manual, check instructions. And I usually wipe down with a rag, just so we're not getting too much extra liquid in there. For a little bit more precision, you can use a soft bristle toothbrush that you use just for cleaning. The biggest part about maintenance for your air fryer to keep it working perfectly is gonna be getting it clean after every use. Another cleaning trick you can try is you need a heat-proof dish, an oven-safe dish. Pour a little vinegar in there, and then you can run the machine with that dish of vinegar in there for about 10 minutes on high. That will help loosen up a lot of gunk too. It'll steam in there, and the vinegar will help you be able to wipe things out a little more easy. My favorite. You can make a power paste with some baking soda and some hydrogen peroxide. Mix those together and use your brush to apply it. That's a great way to clean some tough to get spots as well. I like to just apply it to the top so I'm not getting too much down into the coils. You're gonna need to wash this out with a clean rag several times to just make sure to get all that residue. But this paste, if you let it sit for a few minutes, can help cut through that grease so you can wipe it out a little bit more easy. Make sure things are thoroughly wiped down. Once everything is cleaned out, you do wanna run it with a clean basket. That'll help dislodge any of the gunk you removed so that doesn't fall into your food when you're cooking the next time. Clean that basket again, give it another wipe down, should be good to go. We live to air fry another day.